Yo, what is up? So today I'm going to be showing you the best card loadouts for Plants vs Brainrots. Now there's plural because yes, I'm going to be showing you multiple. One of them's going to be kind of for like an overall, like most of the time deck that I use. Another one is for like plants. And another one is actually for the story mode. So yeah, I kind of have multiple that I rotate between. Definitely make sure you leave a like and you subscribe. I do sometimes do giveaways and stuff like that. I'm actually stocking up on a bunch of Brussels seeds at the minute. Or Brussels plants. Because I plan on doing a massive live stream giveaway. Basically giving out most of those. Because I don't really need them. But yeah, anyway, so here we go. Let's jump straight into this. Now, obviously, the cards are very good when you've got them set up correctly, basically. Now, one thing I wish they add to this game is they make it so there's like a deck, slider, like a card deck. Because at the minute, unfortunately, you have to sort of unequip everything and then re-equip everything whenever you want to change all the cards. But anyway, so the first one I'm going to be mentioning is because, well, this first one is basically the overall, or most of the time use, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, this is the one I have on 90% of the time. So the first card. Also, if you disagree with these loadouts, do let me know in the comment section. These are just kind of the ones I use, to be completely honest with you. So first of all, Doom Bloom, of course. My pride and joy. This thing is absolutely amazing. The Doom Bloom. 40% increased damage dealt by plants. Definitely have that card on. Also, just a quick side note. You'll see here there's 3 lines. This is your tier. Make sure you put on tier 3s. And the way you equip tier 3s, the way you make tier 3s is you need to merge a card. So click this merge button right here. And basically, you can merge tier 1s into tier 3s. Oh, no, tier 1s into tier 2s. And then tier 2s into tier 3s, basically. So definitely make sure you merge your cards, because obviously every time you level up the tier, you get better stats. It's actually really, really worth it. Anyway, next card I like to have on the Tile Trio, which is a pretty good card. So here we go. We'll equip this one right here. If 3 plants of the same type are in a straight line, they gain 17% increase damage, which is obviously very, very good if you've got a lot of duplicates, kind of like I have. I mean, some of these lanes might not be set up properly. For example, this lane right here isn't getting the Tile Trio effect, which I realistically need to be putting an extra Starfruit on there or something. But most of these rows have 3, if you know what I mean. So that card is very, very good. Just make sure you are actually having 3 of each plant in a row. Otherwise, that card is basically useless. Definitely maximize that. Now, the next one. Now, this is one of the kind of more recent ones I've put on. Well, not recent, but compared to the others anyway. It's called the Agile Bloom. Bro, this card, I'm going to show you an example of this later on in the video. This thing is absolutely insane. When it's on and when it's off, the change in damage is crazy. Although I know it says only attack speed, but trust me, this does change the damage quite a bit. So Agile Bloom, basically plants gain 20% increased attack speed. Now, this is actually only tier 1, by the way. I haven't even managed to get a tier 2 or a tier 3 yet, which is kind of crazy, and it's still very OP. This card is so amazing. If you've got just for these 3 on, your damage input is gonna massively increase. Now, the next card I like to have on, I like to have the Bloom Ascendant on as well. This is always one of my favorite cards as well. So the Bloom Ascendant, after slaying 1,000 Brainrots, buff all plant stats by 135% for 5 minutes. Very, very good. Probably one of the best cards in the game at this point, especially for story. But yeah, we'll get to the story cards in a minute. Now, next up, this 4th card or 5th card, sorry, you can pretty much do whatever you want. I guess just for the overall use, the Riz route manifestation's pretty good because this increases your luck by 75%. So yeah, I mean, that's a pretty solid card to have on, I would say. So yeah, if you've got this loadout on, then you should be pretty stacked. So just to go through it one more time, Doom Bloom tier 3, Tile Trio, Agile Bloom, and then we've got the Bloom Ascendant, and then we've got the Riz Root Manifestation. Very, very nice. Now, to be completely honest with you, when it comes to the story mode missions, there's actually not much change, to be honest. I mean, what I do take off, obviously, I take off this Riz Root manifestation. Oh, by the way, if you don't know, the story missions, what I'm talking about is obviously these right here. Or basically, they spawn on the side of your screen. So it will start, it will say start battle, basically. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those story missions. But obviously, if you're on story mission, let's go to my stats. If you're on story mission 100, as you can see, current mission, then you're actually at the max mission. So you won't be getting any story missions until they add more. But yeah, when they do add more story missions, this is the deck I'm going to be using because the story missions are pretty hard to do. So definitely Doom Bloom, definitely Tile Trio, definitely Agile Bloom, sorry. Definitely Bloom Ascendant. The Bloom Ascendant is the most crucial, in my opinion, for story missions because what you can do is when this hits 1,000 and it activates all your buffs, you can then go ahead and start the mission. Because when a story mission appears, you can actually, you have the choice on when to actually start it. So you can wait for this to hit 1,000 and get all the buffs. Now, this card, obviously, you don't really need luck during story missions. So I'm going to go ahead and unequip this. Now, what I like to have on is well, there's actually 2 you can choose. Now, you can either go with the Heartwood, which is during an invasion, increase your plant's health by 35%, which is pretty good. But I go for the other one, which is the photosynthesis. I don't know. I just think this one might be slightly better. But this one, basically, during an invasion, which by the way, the story missions are called invasions, just in case you don't know. Basically, it heals plants by 25% of their max health after each wave. So every single wave, which there's quite a few, the plants basically regen. So yeah, I don't know. The idea of my plants regenning is really good to me. So I like to have that one on. So yeah, this is my deck for story. So photosynthesis, Bloom Ascendant, Agile Bloom, Tile Trio, and then Doom Bloom. That is definitely what I like to have on. Now, let's take everything off here because now this third deck that I was talking about, this like plant deck, basically, I mean, it's nothing crazy. I mean, to be honest with you, there's only 2 cards really that make the biggest difference. Now, I'm going to mention the Alchemist card here because this card, you know, for like the plant deck, basically, this card is really, really good for when you're like planting seeds, if you know what I mean. Because obviously it makes 20% or potions 20% more effective. So basically, when using your Witch Potion, which is this right here, the Witch Potion, and then also your Size Potion, basically it just makes them 20% more effective, which obviously can massively increase the stuff that you get. Because obviously the Witch Potion increases your mutation chance, and then the Size Potion increases your, you know, obviously the size chance. So if you've got that card on while planting, you've got 20% better chance to get better stuff, basically. So that card is always good for that. But this isn't a card you want on permanently, because obviously it's only good while you've got potions on. So make sure you take that off if you don't have potions running. Now, another card, which is pretty decent actually, although I don't have it on very often, but it's called Effective Training. This one is a pretty overall decent like card for plants. I just thought I'd mention this one as well. And here it is. So increases plant experience gain by 6%. Now, if you're trying to get all your plants like max level, like, you know, it is kind of a good card to just have on like temporarily. Like, obviously, I wouldn't be adding this to like one of your permanent loadouts or something. You know what I mean? You don't want this on forever. But if you've just got a lot of low level plants, it's definitely good to just shove on, in my opinion, because your plants leveling up, it does make a massive difference. Like a level 1, see, like this plant here is level 1 for some reason. I don't even know why that's only level 1, but yeah, it's like 270k DPS. If that's level 10, that could potentially go all the way up to like 500 or probably even more than that, probably like 750k DPS or something. Like, I'm not even joking. That's how crazy of a difference it actually makes when leveling up. But yeah, I'll leave that up to you whether you want to use that card or not. I just thought I'd mention it because I have not really heard of many people talking about that card. And yeah, it's pretty good, especially for XP. But let me go ahead and put my main loadout on. So Doom Bloom, there we go. Tile Trio. This is, like I said, this is the one I rock like 90% of the time, I'm pretty sure. Agile Bloom, here we go. Yeah, I need to get a tier 3 of one of those. Agile Bloom, so Bloom Ascendant next up. There we go. And then I guess the Riz Root. The Riz Root is probably the only card here that I would actually consider changing, although the 75% luck is pretty good though, but I don't know. But yeah, just to go ahead and show this Agile Bloom card. So basically, yeah, 20%. So let's just quickly go ahead and check, like, so let's just say this one, 6 million. Now, last time I did this, I'm pretty sure it made a big difference. Hopefully, it's still like that. I don't know. So let's take it off. So we're taking off the Agile Bloom. Literally, just that singular card, all right? See what it goes down to. See, look, it went down 1 million. Bro, that card made 1 million DPS difference. Like, dude, that is insane. 1 million DPS difference. Here, look, I just to let you know I'm not trolling. Like this card's insane. So let me put it back on, the Agile Bloom. There we go. And then I run back over here. Look, 6 million. Like, dude, you wouldn't think, like, I mean, plant attack speeds, you know, don't underestimate it. It's absolutely crazy. Look, now it's off. Now it's on 5 million. And then I put it back on. There we go. It's back on now. And now it's going to be back up to 6 million. It's actually crazy how much of a difference that actually makes. So I strongly recommend you get the Agile Bloom on your, like, card loadout for sure. Super OP. Do not underestimate that card, because I promise you, if you do underestimate it and you don't have it on, you're gonna regret it, because yeah, like I said, the damage input on it is insane. And like I said a million times, like I've only got a level 1, so a level 3 could potentially be like 30 to 40%, which would be absolutely nuts. But yeah, hopefully you found this useful. Definitely make sure you leave a like and you subscribe. It is much appreciated. Join my Discord server. Check out my beautiful Christmas merch, link in description. And hopefully you have a really good day. Bye bye.